Stay tuned. The race will be starting in about 5 minutes. Welcome everybody. Uh, this is round 3 of the European Series in the OISF GT Champions League Series. Today we have a quite dry Brands Hatch race. Luckily, it looks like we have a little bit of clouds, but definitely not expecting any rain on the track today. Now, if we look at the driver lineup, we have Stefanos Pasanidis qualifying in first in pole position. Second up is Martin Randuch. Third is Alban Petit. Fourth, Luke Mason qualifying in. Brian O'Sullivan qualifying fifth today. Marhan Koderman qualifying sixth place. David Kraft qualifying seventh. Jason Clark, pole position for the silver class drivers, but qualifying eighth overall. Then we have Martin Tarkowski qualifying ninth. Jason Shibley qualifying 10th. And pole position for the amateur drivers is Louis Corcoran in his Aston Martin today. After that, in 12th place, we have Alexander Zawodzki in his BMW. Right after that, we have Jason Gard, also in a BMW. P. Thierry Arith joining us for his first race today, qualifying second to last. And on last place, we have C. Havello in his Mercedes. The drivers are about to get ready to go here, so we're going to go live to the scene. So see the drivers getting ready here. And again, Stefanos Pasanidis is on pole position. And we have have Martin Randucci in his Ferrari, Alvin Petit qualifying 3rd in his Audi. I have Luke Mason in 4th, Brian O'Sullivan qualifying 5th, Marhan Koderman 6th place, David Kraft in 7th, Jason Clark 8th place, Matthias Tarkowski 9th place, Jimmy Shibley 10th place, Louis Corcoran 11th place, Alexander Zawadzki 12th place. And least but not least, we have Jason Gard, Suka Theriarit. I gotta learn how to spell that. And C. Havala at the last place. Unfortunately, Rocky Morton was having some computer issues, so he was going to join us, but he was not able to get everything sorted in time. So hopefully he'll be back for next race, as well as the championship leader. He's not here today, Kara Soranko. Unfortunately, he messed up his work schedule, so he couldn't be here today, but shouldn't be any issue with the drop round we have. He's still in the fight for the championship lead. I think today we're going to have a pretty tough battle, as Stefanos Pasanidis, Martin Randucci, and Alvin Petit will all definitely be fighting for the victory here. A few other drivers, Brian O'Sullivan, who else? David Kraft, and Luke Mason are definitely contenders as well. So it's going to be an interesting battle in the top. Then we have the silver class drivers. Of course, we only have 3 drivers this race because Rocky Morton, unfortunately, his computer was messing around. So. But I think it's going to be a pretty interesting race because all the silver drivers qualified next to each other, so it's going to be pretty intense there as well. And as well for the AM class drivers. Got quite a few AM class drivers today, so it's going to be a pretty interesting fight as we see the drivers lining up here, getting ready to start. Hopefully it's a clean turn 1. This Brands Hatch is a very tough track. Very hard to overtake, but if you're a skilled driver, you should be able to do that, as we saw last season with Mark Whitford and Lucas Fessler. It's a pretty interesting battle. So we soon go live here.
Green line.
And we got a green, and they're off. Good start for Alban Petit. Oh, slight touching there. Oh, I think Martin Randucci kind of sent himself out there. That little touch. Alban Petit losing his grip a little bit and going wide, sending Martin Randucci up into the sand. But we'll see what the marshals have to say about it. He's starting pretty well here. So Jason Clark climbing in the standings right now. As we can see here, the field is still staying together pretty well. It's the drivers on top. Got a little bit of a gap. Stefanos and Petit got a little bit of a gap down to 3rd place. Where we can see Luke Mason trying to make passes on Brian O'Sullivan. Of course, this is not a track where it's easy to overtake, so Luke Mason might have the pace on Brian right now, but he's going to be struggling with overtaking. There's not that many places to overtake on, and if you're a good defender, then it's going to be really hard to overtake there. Of course, most of them are in Aston Martins. Aston Martin's is a pretty strong car on this track. So if Luke Mason can manage to get past Brian O'Sullivan, it looks like he might be going for the inside there, the next corner, but I don't think he's going to be making it. No. Some fights further back. I think, for the silver class here. Arkowski pushing Jason Clark right now. Looking for that overtaking opportunity. If you push too hard, you're gonna wear out your tires before the guy in front of you, so you gotta be careful of that as well. Costs you a lot of pace and time. Tarkowski doing a little bit, I don't know, it looks like he's losing a little bit right now. Right behind Martin Tarkowski is the first of the M-Class drivers. Martin Randuch looks like he took an early pit stop there after that first initial interaction there with Alba Petit. So he's clearing one of his pit stops, possibly to try and not get stuck behind the slower drivers. So he can save some time there. We'll see if that actually nets him in the long run. Right now we have, looks like we have Tukatarian a little bit off the pack here. Looks like he might have gone off somewhere, hopefully not contact with another car, as we see Jason Gard spinning off there. It looks like that might be a single driver mistake costing him out. Ryan O'Sullivan now in 5th place. Looks like he's lost 2 positions already. My bet is he might have gone off somewhere. Both David Kraft and Luke Mason gained 2 positions on him there. We'll see if David Kraft got the pace on Luke Mason, but right now it looks like, yeah, David Kraft has slight pace advantage on Luke Mason, but we'll see as the race go on. Luke Mason is a really fast driver, so we will definitely see if it turn out to an interesting battle. Listen, Shibley now getting caught up by the other 2 silver drivers here. Jason Clark looking to make a move on Shibley here. Probably not this lap, but we'll see. Shibley might be feeling the pressure here. This track is so easy to get distracted if you got somebody behind you, especially if they're a lot faster. It's a lot of pressure on the driver. So the drivers in M class and silver class usually probably not as comfortable with the pressure from behind. The pro drivers might be able to do it, but with the silver drivers, that might be enough to get them off track. Like just that little single mistake that cost them. One little mistake can cost you several positions on this track. So we follow Ciavello, that's been climbing up a bit in the positions. She started last. He's gained 3 positions so far. It was good to see him doing well. Right now he's in bronze for the M class. And up in front of him we have this class competitors, still pretty close to each other, all wanting that M win for the M class. As we see, Jason Clark is going on it for Shibley, and is Shibley going to lose 2 positions here? Oh yes, he is. But Shibley's lost a lot of pace here. Not sure if Shibley has some issues with his gear, maybe. He's lost a lot of pace, but it might also be the pressure. Getting a good start and then losing it because of the pressure from behind. Jason Clark already, both Jason Clark and Tarkowski already getting some distance on Shibley there. Shibley not doing well on this track. He's been practicing quite a lot, but yeah, I think he's been struggling. You can definitely see that. Jason Clark started practicing just yesterday, but of course he's done this track quite a few times. Season 4? Season 3 as well, I think. Both times he was on this track. So he knows how to drive this track. You can definitely tell he's got a gap to Tarkowski already. I think Shibley might be coming back later in the race. I think he's just a little bit off the... He's not in the groove right now. It's pretty obvious. Let's see, we have still quite close for the AM class back there. Lewis Corcoran. Just under a second's gap here. Let's see if Avello is definitely dropping off here from the other two, but oh, he's going slightly wide there. Is Zawadzki's last lap was 26.4. Corcoran was 26.8, so Zawadzki is definitely gaining a little bit here. Let's see if he can catch up and actually overtake him as well. I'm trying to look for where we have Martin Ramduch. He's still in last place. And it looks like he is close to Jason Gard at the moment. Looks like we have lost our Marhan Koderman is out. Not sure what happened there. Martin Ramduch has overtaken Jason Gard. He's in the pro class, so he's got a little bit of a pace advantage on Gard, despite have already made his pit stop. But we'll see if he managed to catch up to the backpack here of the other drivers. He might actually take a second pit stop if that happens. That would be a good strategy. We'll check here in a second. You see Albon Petit has managed to gain a bit of time on Pesanides here. Trying to claim that first place. I also see that we have the AM class pretty close right now, so Watsky's gained even more time on Corcoran. I'm gonna check. Rocky's having some bad issues. Marhan Koderman also having some issues with his PC. It's very unfortunate. He was a good contender for this race. I think we're gonna get some interview here in a second. We might have Rocky on voice here any second. So we see Brian O'Sullivan. Looks like Jason Clark is catching up on him. I'm not sure. Yeah, O'Sullivan is struggling a bit, it looks like. Yeah. Let's see if Rocky Martin is with us here. Rocky, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh well, that's amazing. Something works.
Yeah. What happened to you?
So I lost connection once in the practice, and then I lost connection again in quali. So I think trying to put a PC together in 2 hours before a race just wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
I didn't have the network adapter drivers installed, so possibly that meant a bad connection.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. It seems like you're not the only one struggling today, because we had Marhan Koderman as well. His PC shut off. He got some sort of Windows message, and yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I see that in the YouTube chat there. Yeah, that's a terrible shame. A shame when people have been practicing all week and then the PC goes and throws a wobbly.
Yeah, it's really bad because it was looking like we could have a really good race with all the drivers today.
Yeah.
It's still very even right now. Even Jason Clark is actually closing up on Brian O'Sullivan here.
Yep.
Of course, Brian O'Sullivan is in the pro class. Jason Clark is silver, but O'Sullivan is losing his pace now. Not sure why. He was doing pretty good before.
It looks like Zawadzki's had some bad luck as well. He's at the back of the pack. So I'm on YouTube if you want to check the sync. So on YouTube I'm at 10140. The timestamp on YouTube on the live stream. Yeah, I'm watching the race on the live stream. Oh, there's enough. Someone went off.
I'm trying to get you a stream so you can see the live here. It's not. Okay, you should be able to see it now. Can you see the Discord stream now?
Nope. No. I can see the stream on YouTube.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pull you out of the commentators part then, because otherwise it will be delayed.
Yeah, well, yeah. We can check the time. What is the time of the race that you're looking at now?
59:30.
Yeah, I'm 30 seconds behind then.
Yeah. Looks like Cavallo is gaining on Corcoran right now. He lost a bit of pace before, but it looks like they're yo-yoing a bit here. I think drivers might be losing their pace if they go off a little bit. That might be what's happening here to the drivers. As we see Theriarid going off the second to last corner there. I'm not sure what happened, but he seems to be struggling. He's driving the Porsche just as Rocky is. It's the only other Porsche on track today.
Are you sure there's another Porsche?
Yep. The guy from Cambodia is driving a Porsche. Oh, we're seeing Shibley. Oh, Havella and Shibley actually overtaking Lewis Corcoran. That is interesting. I think there must have been some issue. Corcoran might have gone a little bit too wide, letting both cars slip by. Shibley, of course, also dropped back quite a bit, but he's regaining now, so also some issues perhaps. A lot of guys are struggling on this track. Of course, it's not an easy track. Just the tiniest mistake can cost you quite a bit of time.
What lap times are the top 3 getting at the moment?
Right now, the top 3 are 124.1 for Stefanos. Alban Petit is doing 124.2, and Luke Mason is doing 124.2 as well.
Yeah, these are good times.
So top 3 are all within hundredths of a second. And then we have David Kraft in 4th place. He's 124.7. So he's Havello is getting. Havello is getting touched. Got punted off by Shibley there. Slight contact sent him off a little bit too wide. That is not good. Stewards are going to have to look at that. Doesn't look like he's slowing down to let him pass again. Of course, he's got the pace on him, so he would only have to overtake again.
Yeah, it depends what the breaking point was on that E1 there.
Yeah, we just caught it when it...
He came in really hard there, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, do we have any... The seats dropped back again from Passanidis. So everybody is yo-yoing here a little bit. Gaining and then losing. This track is a little bit about, you have to be brave on this track. You have to definitely go for it each lap. And in a long race like this, 1 hour and 15 minutes, it's going to be hard to stay consistent all over that time. But Stefanos Passanidis and Alban Petit still very close to each other. This is anyone's race so far. Luke Mason is not far behind either. Just a tiny mistake can cost you the lead. Cost you several positions even. Of course, Rocky, you've raced this track before in previous seasons. What are your thoughts on this track?
Yeah, I love this track. In the practice for the race today, I took 2 seconds off my best time for last season, so it's a track that rewards consistent driving and drivers who can resist the urge to try and perhaps squeeze a little bit more out of some of the corners, because some of these corners are extremely fast, and if there's the least bit of understeer coming out of these fast corners, then it just pulls you into the grass. And the walls are set back, so you're not necessarily going to suffer any damage, but you are going to suffer, 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds to get back onto the track if you try too hard on some of these corners.
Yeah, and of course, 5 seconds could cost you several positions.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky track. It's a tricky track to race in. But it's definitely an interesting track, especially with so few overtaking opportunities. Faster drivers are going to get stuck behind slower drivers, and that makes for some interesting racing. As we see, Alban Petit gaining again. Already almost gained a second. Passanidis. Passanidis that letting off his Petit being really hungry today. Of course, Petit has still not gotten any podiums in the OISF GT Champions League, so he's looking for his first podium, and definitely looks like he wants to make that a first place. But then again, who wouldn't?
I can see that Clark and Zawadzki are the only two to have pitted so far, so possibly some damage repairs there.
Yeah, we have Lewis Raporn pitting just now as well as Martin Randuch pitting. So we have 4 drivers actually that's pitted so far. Randuch pitted after some slight contact in first lap with Petit. Randuch, he made a little bit of contact with Petit, which made Petit lose his grip on the inside. And as Randuch was going on the outside of Petit, Petit actually bounced into him again, sent Randuch off into the sand. Didn't look like he got a lot of damage from that, but he decided to take his pit stop so he wouldn't get stuck behind the slower drivers, which is a pretty smart move.
Bello and Mercedes is doing really well. Mid-pack, leading his group.
Oh yeah, Havello started last, so he's been climbing quite a bit. I didn't notice that. Last I checked, he was in 11th position, so he's climbed quite a bit. Although, most drivers behind him has also taken a pit stop already.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Havello is doing pretty well. He's driving very consistently right now, so that could be... Oh, Stefano's almost losing there. I think he might be losing grip in his tires already. Or maybe he was just a little bit too early on the gas there, out of the corner. But yeah, mistakes like that could cost you one or more positions. And yeah, bet Stefanos is feeling the pressure from Petit. They are really equal on this track. And the more... Oh! Pasinides lost the grip. Petit taking first place here. Stefano's struggling really bad right now. He's losing a little bit of grip. I don't know if his back tires might be overheated, but he looks like he's trying to come back here. We'll see if he managed to go on the inside. The cameraman didn't want to see that. Oh, I think Pasinides, yeah, Pasinides dove on the inside, but he went a little bit wide. Alban Petit regaining the position. Oh, I don't know if that was contact. Pasinides spinning. He's off track right now. He's losing second place as well to Luke Mason. He's struggling to get on track here. He's losing so many positions. And this is what we were talking about earlier, Rocky. Tiny mistake can cost you so many positions. I'm not sure how far down he went here, but he is behind David Kraft right now. Yeah, he's in 4th place right now.
Yeah. Pasadines and Petit were just having the real fight there. It started when he went off track. Just his two wheels just touched the grass, and that was the start of it. But he got back in quite quick, and he was extremely aggressive in trying to get that place back. And yeah, he just ended up spinning out on the grass there, and it's cost him dearly.
It's really unfortunate. He was getting on the throttle a little bit too early when he tried to get on track, so he did another loop there, which cost him even more time. We'll see if he can work his way up to the podiums again. David Kraft holding 3rd place right now. The pace on the two are... The difference is about half a second on them right now, so Pasinides got the pace on David. See Zawadzki lapping here, I think. Yeah, there we are in last place, getting lapped right now. Struggling quite a bit with this track, but I'm not sure if he's driven it before.
Yeah, Zawadzki he's been practicing this, yeah.
Zawadzki has been practicing. I'm thinking of Theriarit.
Ah, okay.
The new Porsche driver, because I have not seen him on this track before, so... Looks like Stefan... I don't know if you can see that, but looks like Stefanos is struggling in the corners with his back tires. So it might be overheating going on there. He's not actually gaining on David now. He's not putting any pressure on him. Indicating that he might be having some sort of issue with his Bentley here.
It's an interesting race, you know. There's not a lot of space on this track, even though there's with 14 drivers, you might have expected to see them spaced out a bit more. And Brands Hatch isn't a huge track, but that Pasadena is caught in a group of about 7 cars there, I think.
Oh yeah. And now they're getting to the lap car as well, carbs as well, so it's going to be quite hard, as we saw them almost David Kraft and Pesanides colliding there, because Pesanides getting a little bit unresty there, but now he's... Oh, David Kraft got slowed down by a back Mark driver, and Pesanides managed to overtake there. It's a little bit unfortunate for David Kraft. Lewis McLaren had to move out of the way here. Jason Clark launching as well there, trying to gain advantage from Corcoran moving over. Let's see, Jason Clark, of course, in the silver class, but he is behind Corcoran, actually second place in the M class right now. Corcoran losing position there because of that. Yeah, it's an interesting race so far. Pesanides, how far behind Luke is he now? 14 seconds. Yes, 46 minutes to regain that. Luke Mason has been catching up to Petit. He was 5 seconds behind, now he's 4 seconds. So Petit might also be starting to struggle with his tires here. But we'll see. Luke Mason has plenty of time to regain that time, as well as Pesanides. Definitely see what these drivers can do. David Kraft still within 1.5 seconds, but he lost a lot of time there. David Kraft's doing 124.7s right now. Stefano's doing 124.1s. Oh, excuse me, that's their best time. David Kraft 127.4 last lap, 125.6 for Stefanos. Albon Petit's doing 125.1. Luke Mason is faster. Luke Mason is over a second faster on last lap on Albon Petit's. 24.5. So Luke Mason has been gaining a little bit on Albon Petit. Of course, if Luke Mason catches up to Petit and manages to put some pressure on him and getting him into a battle, then Stefanos could very well catch up to both of them. Oh, as we see him suffering from connection there. Going straight. Did you race on this track last season, Rocky?
Yeah. Last season I was only doing 127s. Today, in that short 15 minutes, I was in the practice server before the race. I did a 125, so I was in the mix for this one. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, because you were doing pretty good on the practice server, and then come quali, and you were.
Even in quali, I came round a bend and was sideswiped by a car out of nowhere.
I saw it. Yeah, we saw that on the stream. Yeah.
So I watched that on the replay, and the car just warped in from nowhere. So it was obviously my connection was struggling.
Yeah. And I see now that we've lost our new Cambodian driver. He might have been struggling a little bit too much. Felt to be a little bit unsafe to continue, perhaps. So,
yeah, he was 3 laps down, wasn't he?
Yeah. It's unfortunate because he was having pretty good pace in the beginning in the quali and practice. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually practiced a lot during the week, but we'll see. Hopefully he joins us for the next race.
Even if he'd managed to finish, so I think I'm right, you can correct me if I'm wrong, even if he'd managed to finish in 13th or 14th, is there not still some points to be had?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's points all the way down to 17th, and anything after 17th is a half a point for finishing. So
yeah.
Yeah, as long as there's not more than 17 drivers, then you're guaranteed to get 1 point or more. David Kraft still keeping up a little bit with Passanese. He's just lost 100th so far since last we visited him. O'Sullivan is the leader of the guys that have taken their pit stop. Van Dutch is right behind him, 2 seconds or 3 seconds almost. So those guys are in the top of the pitted guys. It does look like only the top 4 drivers have not pitted yet.
Yeah.
I'm just right now seeing Randucci and O'Sullivan switching place in the standings as well. So I'm not sure if that was the game showing the wrong standings or. But Randucci is in front of Sullivan. Is Randucci going to be in front of David Kraft and company as well? We'll have to see when they take their first pit stops. What do you think? Do you think the guys are going to change tires this race, or will we just see stops and goes?
Well, for me, it would definitely be a tyre change because you don't want to be losing grip on those high-speed turns in the last sector of Brands Hatch and sliding off with understeer. You need to maximise your grip because you're really throwing the cars around those turns at tremendous speed. So for me, I wouldn't want to be compromising grip for a quick tyre stop. I think I would definitely be putting fresh tyres on, but it'll be interesting to see how Petit and Mason see that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Would you have gone for a double tire change or just a one-stop tire change and then a stop and go?
Just the one tyre change, then a stop and go towards the end. For a 1 hour 15-minute race, I can't think of many tracks that would really need 2 tyres.
I think if any track, this might be the one where you would have to change twice.
Yeah, yep.
This one, Silverstone as well, maybe. It's but yeah, this track definitely. So we see Pasanides lapping. Is that Tarkowski or no? That's Sawatsky.
Sawatsky in the red and white livery. Yep.
It's a beautiful BMW. Unfortunately,
yeah.
we lost one BMW in the pro class. Marhan Koderman, he was fighting for the championship, and he still is. You have a drop round, so lose or missing one race is not detriment to the championship. So he's still in the fight. Yeah, seeing Stefanos pushing in David Kraft coming in behind, but David Kraft is losing a few hundreds every lap. And right now I'm seeing that Luke Mason has gained a second on Albon Petit, so Luke Mason is coming for him. He's definitely gaining. I'm not sure if Petit is struggling with his tires. He might have worn out his tires with that battle with Pasanides earlier, but we'll see. Petit might want to go for the pit now before Luke Mason.
Yeah, he's maybe enjoying the space he's got at the moment though. There's nothing coming up behind and a fair bit of space still in front yet.
Yeah, the only driver he's got in front of him right now is Tarkowski, but that's a few seconds up. He might be doing a few more laps. If I was him, I might have pitted now because Luke Mason was, as I say that, I see he's losing time, but Luke Mason has gained a second since we last checked in on these guys, so might be good to get some fresh tires on there. I'm not sure. He might be looking at the field right now as well, looking where the other drivers are, so he doesn't get caught up behind slower drivers when he comes out of the pits. Who is pitting? Luke Mason is actually going in now. Looks like he might be trying to go for an undercut. And this is what I was worrying about for Albon Petit, because Albon Petit was losing out on Mason. If Mason gets some fresher tires on now, he can push hard now to try and gain even more time on Petit. So when Petit gets in, he's not going to be able to get out in front.
You see what his last lap time was before he went into the pits?
Luke Mason's last lap was 124.8, and Albon Petit's last lap was 124.7, so that lap was faster. Maybe Petit's just been making mistakes on his own.
Yeah, if he's still doing a 124, he's probably not really needing a tyre change.
Yeah. Luke Mason, yeah, maybe not. You might be right. Stefanos Pasanidis' last lap was 125.9. I think he was behind lapping cars as well, though, so take that with a grain of salt. This David Kraft has about the same one, just slightly faster. David Kraft's gained about 400s right now. It's Stefanos in the last laps. David can smell, or David Kraft can smell that. Smell the blood from Pasanidis right now. Pushing hard as we see Petit going in, and now we'll see if Petit's patience have gained him any advantage here, or if Luke Mason is going to get it. Randucci is right behind Luke Mason now as he comes out of the pit. So Randucci is right back into the game right now. If it stands like... Oh, Pasanidis going in as well. If it stands like this right now, then Randucci has a good chance of actually being in the battle for the lead. This might actually be... Oh, Petit. They're coming up to the straight line here. We'll see if Petit gets out before them. He can't see them behind him, so it looks like he's... Yeah. Petit's patience has... Oh, Pasanidis' race is going from worse to worse. Stop and go. I think he was speeding in the pit lane.
No.
Because he was in the pit earlier. But it doesn't look like he stopped and made his pit stop. So it doesn't say he's cleared it. And we're seeing... Oh, almost running Shibley off the road there. Luke Mason getting a lot of pressure from Randucci here. Both these guys are fighting for the championship, so they're all very hungry. And most of the pro drivers are actually still fighting for the championship. There's not a lot of points difference. Especially if you consider the drop round that will be in place after round 7. That is only the final round that always counts. Petit got a 4-second gap to Mason and Randucci, but if they keep on fighting, then you can definitely... Did Randucci pass him? No, Randucci has lost a little bit of time, probably made a mistake. You see a lot of guys in the pit lane right now, clearing the last pit stop. Pasanidis going in again. Pasanidis is not having a good day today. He was on for the win today with Soranko not being able to make the race.
Yeah, what happened with Caro?
Caro was planning on joining the race, but he was trying to change a shift for next weekend so he could be at Monza.
Monza, yeah.
But he changed it without realizing that the shift he changed was today. So, yeah, he couldn't make it today. This is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's still in the fight. He's he did a pretty good qualifying, so he's got his qualifying points, and with the drop round, he should still be in the fight. So it's definitely interesting here. As we see, Randuch is getting into some back markers here. Luke Mason already cleared them, gaining a little bit of space there. Alban Petit still technically in first place. David Kraft is the only driver that has yet to pit it. I'm wondering if David's going for a no tire change pit stops. Just 2 stop and goes in the pit. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, do you think he came out with 100 litres of fuel?
Oh, he might have. It looks like he's definitely going for some other strategy, because you can see some drivers already cleared both of their pit stops, but David's still pushing on. I'm seeing we've lost another driver as well.
Yeah, and David Kraft has nobody coming up behind and a lot of space up in front, so he's probably not feeling any pressure to pit at all at the moment.
Oh yeah, we lost Pessinidis.
No, oh dear.
I think he might have.
I hope it wasn't a rage quit, because he wasn't having the best of luck, was he?
He's saying the game didn't recognize his stop in the pits.
Oh, okay, we'll need to watch that on replay.
Yeah, that sounds quite a bit odd. So he was a little bit angry with that. That's unfortunate. Yep. He was having such a good race up until that point.
Yeah, he got off to a great start, and it just went downhill after just the 2 wheels. 6 inches onto that grass was enough to change the course of his race.
Yeah, I think. I think he was too focused on actually winning the race instead of just enjoying racing. To stay in the race. But yeah, it's of course you get frustrated when there are bugs in the game that might ruin your race, which it sounds like he had. Which would be a new bug, because I have never heard of that.
No.
So we see David Kraft now pitting. Is it going to be a quick pit stop, or is he actually going to be staying in here for a while? It's about 27 seconds to teach. We had. Yeah, it's a quick stop because he's already moving. Yeah, it looks. I'm betting you that David Kraft is not gonna change any tires. He's just doing 2 stop and goes, and it has worked so far because he's out in second place right now.
Yeah. What was his lap times prior to that pit? Was he still doing 1:25s?
Yeah, he was doing 25s, but the top drivers are doing 24s, so he might be struggling to keep them behind him here if he's not careful.
Yeah, interesting strategy, so see how that goes.
Luke Mason is right behind him already. Just pushing for that. See David Kraft putting in a good time. Mason is going wide. Oh, that was dangerous.
You mentioned Monza next week, so what time is Monza next week? Is it going to be dark, night time?
Monza next week is a night race, yeah.
Yeah.
So it will be complete darkness. Just like season 5, I think we had a night race in Monza as well. Or was it season 4, maybe? Luke Mason putting the pressure, but David Kraft, the longer he's staying here, the more benefit for Alban Petit. Because David Kraft is holding up the guys behind him that was gaining him a little bit. Alban Petit looking pretty good for the race win right now, but I'm not going to jinx it because anything can happen, as we saw with Pessinidis. Luke Mason also looking good for the race win though, if he can get past of David Kraft here. Of course, you can definitely see they have a difference in pace. David Kraft was doing 130 last lap. Luke Mason is doing 124.8. That's a 6-second gap in the speed difference. They're even struggling to get away from Tarkowski. That's one lap down here. Tarkowski is the leader in the silver class. Mason lost a little bit of time there. I didn't see what happened. He's lost a few hundreds. I think he might have gone a little bit wide somewhere. He's really trying to go for those gaps, which Randuch is thanking for. Randuch is really happy about David's strategy right now. So he is coming from in the back. Rushing through the field. Still got Tarkowski between him and Mason right now. So we can see his Ferrari there in the back. He's almost in the back of Tarkowski already. Is David gonna hold everybody back? This could be dangerous. We might end up in a collision here because it's not easy. It's not easy on this track at all. Randuch already overtaken Tarkowski now. Chasing second place right now. Second and third. Albon Petit now has 8.7 seconds lead. So thanks to David, Petit is increasing his lead. I think we see Mason deciding to go in. Does not want to get slowed down by David anymore. And I think that's a really good strategy. Randuch still not pitting. He's staying in the game. I think Randuch should be pitting, because I'm sure David is going to hold him back. Not sure what Rocky's thoughts are on this. What strategy would you do if you were behind David right now?
If I was behind Kraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely be pitting. Kraft, he's still on the original set of tyres, so there's a big risk there. He's going to start holding these cars up, so I would definitely be trying to create a bit of space there and take my last pit stop.
Yeah, right now David Kraft is 126.1 is his lap time right now.
Yeah.
So staying behind him is definitely going to lose you out. Compared to Albon Petit, he's doing 124.6 right now. He's the only one that's doing 24s right now. So he's looking good.
Zawadzki's done well. He's managed to recover his position, so he's.
Oh, you almost. Commentators cursed him there because he almost lost it. His back on the BMW is not fun to handle sometimes. It likes to go out. But as a BMW driver myself, I do definitely enjoy a car that has a slidey back rather than a slidey front. I like the big trunks. Take that as you will. But Zawadzki is doing pretty well. He is behind Luke Mason. He's taking his final pit stop. And Luke Mason is in the lead of the guys that have cleared all their pit stops. So he is in a good position right now. Let's see, does he have any traffic in front of him? Nope. It looks pretty clear for Luke right now. Albon Petit starting to catch up to a little bit of traffic, so he might be wanting to look at his pit stops right now. David Kraft still holding on to the second place, although Martin Randucci here is coming. He's right behind him right now. Both these guys are in a Ferrari. Is David going to try to block him, or is he going to let him pass? Yeah, it definitely looks like David and Randucci have had a strategy here, talked themselves together a little bit. Both of these guys are from the Czech Republic, if I'm not mistaken, so they are good friends. Looks like David held up Luke Mason on purpose there. Randucci might be getting second place here if they play their cards right. Of course, both of them still have a pit stop to go. That is some strategy, alright, Rocky. That's some teamwork. David just let him go. Did not put up as much of a fight as he did with Luke Mason.
I was looking to see if they were sharing a Discord channel to see if they were having close communications, but I don't think they are.
Doesn't seem like it, no? Lewis Corcoran now has Jason Gard that's come back quite a bit, as they both have Albon Petit behind them as well, trying to lap them as these guys are fighting for second place in the AM class. Excuse me. David Kraft now slower than the silver class driver. Arkowski is gaining on David now. David has lost a lot of pace. He's doing 27.5, so his tires are definitely all dead right now. So we see Petit lapping. It's clean. Now he's got it. Yes. Corcoran, yeah, that's Corcoran. These guys, Gard and Corcoran, were fighting. So they dropped back a little bit there with Jason Gard. But I think Corcoran's going to lose a little bit of time when he's letting Albon pass here in a few seconds or minutes. Of course, Albon has to pit as well, so he doesn't want to get stuck behind those back markers. David Kraft not wanting to let go of that lapped driver there. Of course, he has no obligation, but defending might result in an accident here. There's no point in defending either. Vela also getting lapped by Randucci. Randucci's 125.2 is Randucci's last lap, and that's the same lap as Petit was doing last lap. Albon Petit now lapping Lewis Corcoran. Jason Gard and Lewis Corcoran can continue their battle for position there. Is Albon going to pit now, or is he going to wait a little bit more? He's going to stay out. Do you think Randucci is going to try to undercut Petit, or do you think it's going to stay out?
It's getting interesting though, isn't it?
It's getting very interesting. There's been quite a few battles this entire race, which is always... Oh, David Kraft is going in. We'll see if he goes for a quick pit stop here, if he's going to change the tires for the last part of the race.
15 minutes to go. Should be putting new tyres on.
He has dropped off in the pace. He's slower than the silver class drivers right now. Probably slower than the M class as well, because he's doing 27s. So we'll see if it's a quick pit stop or if he goes out quick. It looks like, yeah, it was a quick pit stop, so he's going on those old tires. I have a feeling that wasn't their main strategy. I think when Randuch went off track, David and Randuch talked themselves together there to get David to hold up Luke Mason. Luke Mason stayed behind David for quite a bit of time. He should have realized a little bit earlier that he should have pitted. So Luke Mason might have lost the position, but we won't know until Martin Randuch actually pits. Luke Mason is doing 24.5s, so he's got the pace on Randuch right now. But yeah, we can't know until Randuch has taken his last pit stop. It's just Randuch and Petit left to make their pit stops.
Yep.
But Petit has a pretty clear track in front of him, so we'll see if he waits a little bit. It's Ferrari. This is, of course, a really good track for the Ferrari. So it is not unexpected to see the Ferraris doing pretty well. Oh, it looks like we've lost yet another driver. A lot of drivers dropping off. Of course, this is not an easy track, so people might...
Clark.
What is that?
Clark.
Oh, Brian's game's crashed. What is going on? Everybody's having issues with the game.
Clark. Oh.
Who? Clark?
Yeah.
Is his game crash as well?
He's gone as well.
Did it crash? Jason was struggling with his tires, but leaving the race seemed a little bit odd.
I'll message him.
That's a lot of free points. Yep. Missing out on quite a lot of points by doing that. We're looking at the battle for the AM class here. This is a battle for AM's second place. Zawatsky is a little bit ahead of the other guys. Doing really well this on this track. But he's also in the McLaren, which is a pretty good car on this track. Oh, ooh, Corcoran just going slightly wide and losing a position there. Jason Gard going up to second place in the AM class, 7th place overall. Very well drive from Jason Gard after that issue he had in the beginning of the race. Don't think he's going to be able to catch up to Zawatsky there, but we will see. Zawatsky going a little bit wide there. Maybe he's struggling as well. Randuch is the only one that has not yet pitted. Albin Petit is in the pit lane. He's going out now. He is still ahead of Luke Mason by quite a bit as well. The question is, where is Randuch after his last pit stop? Where is Randuch going to come out? I'm wondering when Randuch is going to take his pit stop. Might take a while. We'll have to see. Luke Mason is doing 124.6 last lap. Album T, well, he was in the pit, so his time is not actually correct. Martin Randuch, though, he was doing 125.8. So Randuch is slower than Luke Mason on pace right now. I think Luke Mason is going to come out or when Randuch is coming out, he's going to come out behind Luke Mason. So Luke Mason gaining his time on pace. So that is interesting. Vela in 10th place now. He's gaining a lot of points from this. And so are the other silver drivers. It's been a really interesting race. Fortunately, a lot of drop-offs.
Yeah. What did we start with today? It was 16 or 17, wasn't it?
What was that?
How many cars started the race today?
With you, it was 16. So
Yes.
Avello started last of that, and he's still in the race. And Duch is the only driver still in the with one pit stop to go. Luke Mason is catching up to Petit right now. Petit only did 29 last lap. Of course, he's got cold tires, so he needs some time to warm them up. But it dropped from 11 seconds to 9 seconds. So this could be a battle to the end. 11 minutes to go. It's anyone's race still. Back markers. And Jason Gartz lost a little bit of his pace, so Lewis Perforn is back on his tail right now. So there is still a battle for second place in the M class here. Battle between these guys. Of course, Lewis Perforn made a mistake, which is why Jason Gard was able to pass him. But let's see here. Jason Gard is doing 127.1 last lap. Lewis was doing 126.7. So Lewis do have the pace after they crossed the line there. They're about equal in pace.
Ebelo's back in the pits. Not sure why he's went back in.
He is already last, so it does not really matter if he pits. I'm not sure how far behind Shibley he was, but...
yeah, he's maybe feeling that he's better out of the way.
That might be the feeling, yeah. Because as an AM driver, you might be a little bit nervous on this track when you got the pro drivers coming up, lapping you.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess up someone else's race. So it's understandable. David Kraft on his 1 hour and 15-minute tires. He's doing 126.4 now. He's not doing 27s anymore, but oh, Havello's getting a stop and go there. I think he sped out of the pit lane.
Oh, dear.
Hopefully he finished the race, because he will get a lot of points anyways.
Yeah, he's come out of the pits into a nice big space anyway, so he shouldn't really be affecting any of the other drivers.
That's true. I am seeing, is that Randuch getting slowed down by back markers here? Randuch not taking his last pit stop yet, as you might have expected. And Randuch is actually slower than Luke Mason. it does look from the positions on the map that Randuch would come out behind Luke Mason. So we will see. I would have pitted before I got up to these back markers if I was Randuch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what strategy is. Now he's getting narrowed up in the amateur class.
Very unfortunate. Well, Luke Mason, how far behind the T? 8 seconds. So Luke Mason is gaining on. Oh, as we see that.
Yep, there he goes. So let's watch R808 coming round.
Now taking the lead.
Yep.
That was quite easy. Randuch stayed out a little bit too long.
And there's Beach pass through.
Yeah, I think Randuch should have taken both his pit stops at once. I think that would have helped him more. Luke Mason now in second place. Randuch 4 seconds behind him. But Luke Mason is catching up to all of the teats, so this could be all the way to the end. David Kraft, Tarkowski is 5th place, quite far behind David though.
Yeah, top 3 I would say. If anybody's race at the moment, going to have to hold their nerve.
Oh yeah. As we're watching Shibley here, he's been not having the best race. It looks like all the Aston drivers has been struggling today. Shibley, of course, going to finish second place in the silver class, no matter what. But he's losing out quite a lot of points to Tarkowski there. That's taking 5th place. 5th place would be 15 points, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 13? Might be 13. Let's double check. Fifth place is 13 points, yes. Still in first place. He's got 5 minutes to keep it. Luke Mason is really hungry for that, so he's pushing. As we said earlier in the race, oh, you see Lewis Corcoran already caught up to Jason Gard. As they being lapped again, it's not easy to have a battle on this track when you're getting lapped all the time. But yeah, that is the rule we're running in this league. I think if we weren't running this rule, there would be quite a lot more chaos.
Last 4 minutes of the race, it's still looking good for Petit.
Yep, he's not out of the game yet. As we've seen before, just the tiniest bit outside the track can cost you very dearly. As we saw with Passanides and a bunch of other drivers today. Everybody's been struggling today. It's not been a good day.
He's coming up against three back markers with 3 minutes left. I'm not sure. He seems to be gaining on them quite quickly, which is going to give Mason a bit of an opportunity, possibly.
he's going to be able to catch up, though. It was only 3 minutes left, but we'll see. Is it possible? Because these guys are fighting, so they're going to be even slower. There's Kokorin. He's looking for that opportunity to pounce on Guard here. Guard, of course, wanting to lock it down. As we see, Lewis Kokorin, he's got the inside here. Is he gonna get it? Oh no, Guard is... Oh, Guard did a late break there. That was very nice from Guard there. Very nice defended.
Yeah, yep.
Lewis Kokorin still on his back though. 2 minutes to hold him off. It's not easy. He's under a lot of pressure now, and you can see Tarkowski coming up behind him as well. Tarkowski doesn't really need to catch up to these guys. He's got nothing to chase, but if he does, they are obligated to let him go. Oh, Havello is moving off track to let drivers by, so I think he knows he's not going to gain any position, so he's just trying to stay out of the way right now. I think we've seen that in earlier seasons as well.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Slower drivers don't really want to impede the drivers in front, so they try to move out of the way at the end of the race when they know that they have nothing to compete for.
He's the last lap, and he has caught up, but he doesn't need to attempt to pass. He just needs to hold that position.
So Lewis Kokorin has to go for the pass, though. He has one more lap after this, though. Assuming Petit doesn't overtake them. It's a really good battle between these two at the end.
Yep. Good race.
As we see Tarkowski letting Petit go pretty easily there. Randuch, third place. Could not quite undercut Luke Mason enough. So watch Alban Petit's last corners here. It's been a really good race for Alban Petit. He can just hold it on track here. See Jason Guard, is he slowing down on purpose to not having to do another lap? I think they're going to have to do another lap. Here comes Alban Petit. Takes his first podium and his first race win.
Well done.
Great race by him. Luke Mason also did a great race. Unfortunately, did not get him to the win. If David Kraft wouldn't have slowed him down there, I think Luke Mason might actually have got this race. Martin Randuch comes in third. So I want to see the battle in the back. They have one more lap, or half a lap right now. They're still battling. They're going to be the two last drivers to finish. There's a little bit of a gap between them right now. It looks like Kokorin has given up. Almost. Jason Guard holding him off pretty good. Oh, he's gaining. The last corners are coming up here. 3 corners to go. There's 2 more corners. For Kokorin, he's looking like he's going for the... Is he going to have more speed? Does not look like he's got it. There's 1 more corner if Jason Guard makes a mistake here. Oh, he's going through pretty smooth. Yeah, Jason Guard takes 2nd place in the M class. That's a pretty good race from everybody. Just a lot of drivers suffering a lot of issues, problems.
Yeah, Mark was telling me that they hit a wall for the 4th time, so now it's his race over.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
Green light, green light. Go,
We
go,
are
go.
gonna take a slight break here, and we're gonna come back with some interviews. So we'll be right back. We'll give you the standings before the race to watch. Before we come back. All right, we'll be on with the interviews here shortly. We'll see if I'm trying to get Alban Petit in here. Yeah, I can see him here. He's gonna come right up here. There we go. And now you guys should be able to hear him as well. Hello there, Alban. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Finally.
Yeah, feels good to finally win something.
Yeah, I think is this your first podium in the series as well?
Yeah, first podium and first win on the same race.
Yeah, it was an amazing race to watch. It was fun. I don't know if you felt the pressure from behind, but it did
Yeah,
look like
I really felt it the whole race. Like the gap wasn't really that huge. Like I think the maximum was 10 seconds.
yeah.
And yeah, basically like the moment I knew that I would win the race was when David came back from the pits right in front of Luke.
Yeah.
And at that point, I knew that they were going to fight and lose a few seconds.
Yeah, because in the stream, David was holding up. He was holding up Luke Mason to give Randuch an advantage, because Luke Mason lost a lot of time behind David Kraft, and then Martin Randuch kept gaining time. Unfortunately for Randuch, it didn't quite work out, so Randuch came in third. But for you, this was all good news. So
Yeah, it worked pretty well for me.
yeah, it was a really good race from you, and hopefully you can do the same on Monza next week.
I hope. I think other people will want to win as well, but I'll try my best.
Yep. All right, Matt. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Who came in second? Was it Luke? Luke came in second, right?
Yeah.
All right. Luke's coming up here. Hello, Luke. Can you hear us?
Hello, how are you?
We're doing pretty well. This was an interesting race to watch. It was really fun. A lot of
Yeah, it was
strategy.
good. Yeah. I was wondering if you guys could tell that because in terms of overtakes, it wasn't too busy for me apart from at the start.
Yeah.
But I figured quite early on that if I was going to get anywhere, it was going to be under strategy. So
Yeah, and you did have the pace on Alban Petit because you kept gaining on him.
yeah,
But you had a little bit of a roadblock in front of you there.
I did. Yeah, so I came out of the pits and I was right behind Kraft, who I raced all race in Zolder.
Yeah.
And I probably could have tried a move, but around Brands Hatch it was just so risky. So I decided instead, because I only spent like 2 laps behind him, but I could tell I was losing a lot of time.
Yeah.
So instead, I decided to box for a second time, and then just jumped him when he stopped as well.
Yeah,
and
I
got
think
around him that way.
I think something you probably missed is that I think Marjan, no wait, not Marjan, Randuch and David were cooperating a little bit because David was slowing you down, but
Yeah.
as soon as Randuch came up to him, he just let him go instantly. So I think there's a little bit of nationality co-working there. But
No, it's all good. I don't mind. It's one of those things, isn't it?
it's
I've
strategy.
kind of got I've got Jason Guard kind of on my side here and there, so he holds people up.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
As well. So yeah, so we've kind of got an unofficial team going on. But yeah, so I probably could have sent a move, but it was just too risky, and I don't want to take people out because it's just no fun for anyone in that case.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good
It
fun.
was a good race, and you finished second, so you shouldn't be disappointed at all.
Yeah, happy with that.
And
yeah.
you are. I'm not sure. I think you might be in the lead now of the championship, but I'll have to see
really?
when we calculate everything.
Oh,
because
I'd be nice if I was.
Today, so
yeah, I was surprised. But yeah, if I am, then cool. But long way to go. So
yeah. All right, man. Congratulations. Hopefully, we'll see you at Monza with a equally stunning drive.
Thanks. Yeah, see you next week.
Yep. Take care, man. All right. Let's see. Who else did we have? Struggling to remember where everybody finished in the race. Maybe I can do a quick check here. I want to get some more winners and podium takers on the I think we could get in Randuch in the voice chat though. I have to look. We have Randuch. He has not joined the voice chat, so it's unable to get an interview from him. Tarkowski though, is he here? Yeah, he is. He's the winner of today's silver class. Let's get him in here. Hello there, Tarkowski. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Hello.
Hello. Good race, man. You won the silver class today.
Yes, I was lucky to not crash.
Yeah. I don't think we followed you quite a bit, but how was your race? How did you feel about it?
I think it was great. It was only one difficult part when I have to follow. I think that was Mr. Kraft, and I'm pretty sure his tires were worn.
Oh yeah,
so,
I don't think David changed his tires at all this race because
yes, so there is no point to getting ahead of him.
Yeah.
So I had to let off my tempo, but I'm glad I didn't crash him or no one else.
Yeah, and you finished pretty far ahead of the competitors. So you probably gained a lot of points on the silver class, so that's good for you.
Yes, I hope so. Maybe I will be in top 2, maybe. To be honest,
you're definitely going to be in top 2.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're definitely. I think you might be in the lead even, but I'll have to see after we count the points.
Oh, yeah. Rocky Morton was unlucky.
Oh yeah, Rocky was. It's been struggling all day, but a lot of people had issues with their computers. It seems so.
Yes, my game crashed at first race, so I know how it feels.
Yeah, not a good day for most people, but good drive for you, and hopefully we'll see you do as well on Monza.
Yeah, see you there.
Yeah,
thank you.
Take care. All right, who else? Let's see. AM class winner was it was Zawadski.
Yep.
Yeah, let's try to get him in here. Keep opening the wrong tabs. Guard has come in as well. We could get a interview with him and Corcoran there at the end as well. That'd be interesting. See that end battle. Hello there, Zawadski. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hi there.
Hey there. You won the AM class today.
Yeah, actually, and finished almost top of the silver behind Tarkowski there, my buddy. So we're both excited, and yeah. I'm sorry for Rocky because I wanted to battle him so bad because I knew that he was doing well on Brands Hatch just like me. So yeah, sorry, right.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I was the same, Alex. I was looking forward to a good race against you, and we watched you race some of the laps, and your lines were all very good. So yeah, I think we would have had a good race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good race, and you got an M win right now, so I think you're looking pretty good in the standings. So good race, man, and we hope to see you on Monza.
Yeah, see you there.
Yeah,
See you, Monza.
see ya. Okay, let's. I want to get Jason Gard and Luz Corcoran in here together because I want to hear them talk about their battle there. Let's get Jason in first here. Jason, can you hear us?
Hello, yes I can.
Give us a second because I want to get Lewis in here as well, so we can hear both of you guys on the battle you had at the end there.
I was very tired.
Lewis, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, we got both Lewis and Jason Gard here. You guys had quite the battle at the end there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was sweating just a little.
Yeah. How did you feel about it, Lewis? Because you were gaining on him a little bit. But
Yeah, a few laps before there was an incident where a Mercedes was basically he spun on one of the curbs and stopped on the racing line, so I had to come to a complete stop and then drive round. So that lost lots of time to whoever is in top of our class,
Yeah.
and then Jason overtook me after that, and then somehow I was just gaining and gaining, but no chance to overtake.
Yeah, because we saw you made a mistake, which let Jason pass you, and then after that,
Yeah.
you were struggling to get past him again.
Yeah, very close, but just not close enough to pass on the tight corners because it's just too tight to pass on the inside.
Yeah, yeah. Jason, how did you feel about the end? Because you must have felt a lot of pressure when Corcoran was pushing there behind you.
Yeah, luckily it is one of the easier tracks to keep people behind you, especially when you're driving one of the
big
widest
boats,
cars
yes.
in the Beamer.
Yeah.
So I just found if he gets too close, hug the inside a bit more. Otherwise, just keep your racing lines. Make sure you keep it on the track. That would slow any way. Only thing you really got to do to keep it in front of people around Brands.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's true. The main thing on Brands is to not make mistakes, which there was quite a lot of mistakes today, but also some really good battles. So it's fun to see you guys' battle at the end there. Hopefully we can get equally exciting battle at next race.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch you back on the stream.
Oh yeah, it was
I'll
real
have to
good
do that
to see.
as well. I'm hoping the Beam is a bit more competitive. Is it Monza next week?
Is it Monza? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will
be
be
a
on the
night
straight.
race as well, so it will be.
Night race,
nice. I think 11 in the night is the race time. So.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So congratulations, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Liz.
No problem. Awesome racing.
You too. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. See you later.
There we have it. Jason Gard and Luz Corcoran. Pretty interesting battle there. Fun to watch. I don't know. Do you have something to say, Rocky? Maybe.
I thought it was a good entertaining race right to the end there. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a shame we lost so many drivers, a couple due to technical issues, PC issues, maybe a couple due to track incidents. But at the end of the day, it was still a good race. Brands Hatch, even with 10 cars, there's not a lot of gaps there. There's always little mini battles going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I would have enjoyed it more if I was competing, but I did enjoy watching it today. It was a good race from all the guys.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch, and hopefully we get equally exciting race for the America Series later today.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. We have Jason Clark here. I don't know if he wants to jump in. He had some issues at the end. Let's see, just a quick interview with him. Jason, can you hear us? He's probably not here. All right, let's skip that. And
Yep.
that was all for today. The race standings will be updated in a few. And next race should be Monza. So we're looking forward to that. Everybody take care, and we'll see you at Monza.
See ya.
Checkers in the air. Oh, Michael! Now overshoots turn one.
Green, green, green. 3 wide with hand. They're running in there, each other left and right. Clear, nice work. Outside on your bumper. All clear.